Last 4th of July, I ruined a $100 brisket because my reliable combo grill leaked heat like a sieve. It's frustrating. You want the convenience of gas for weeknights and that deep, smoky charcoal flavor for the weekends, but most combos are just overpriced backyard paperweights. I spent months testing the biggest names to see which ones actually hold temperature and which ones are just junk. Today, I'm breaking down the 6 best options so you don't waste your money. Let's see which one actually earns its spot on your patio. 6. Pit Boss Memphis Ultimate 4-in-1. Look, I really wanted to love this one. On paper, it's a dream. You've got a liquid propane grill, a charcoal grill, and an electric smoker all in one massive footprint. It's the kind of machine that makes your neighbors stop and stare. When it arrived, I felt like I'd bought a professional kitchen for my backyard. The sheer versatility is wild. I mean, you can smoke ribs in the lower cabinet while searing burgers on the gas side and keeping sides warm on the charcoal side. It feels like the ultimate solution for someone who can't decide how they want to cook. But here's the thing, and this is where it gets a bit frustrating. Well, when you try to be 4 different things at once, you usually end up being average at all of them. The build quality feels a bit thin in places where it should be heavy. During my first long smoke, I noticed smoke pouring out of the doors instead of the chimney. You know, that's a massive red flag for heat retention. I had to go out and buy aftermarket gaskets just to get the electric smoker cabinet to hold a steady 225 degrees. It felt like I was doing the manufacturer's job for them. The gas side performs okay, but the burners feel a bit flimsy. I noticed some uneven heating across the grates, like the back left corner was a literal blowtorch, while the front was barely simmering. 5. Char-Griller Dual-Function. This is a much more compact approach compared to the Pit Boss. It's designed for people who don't have a ton of deck space, but still want that dual-fuel flexibility. It's a classic barrel-style design that looks great in a traditional backyard setting. I like the height of it. It feels ergonomic, and the side shelves are actually useful for holding your prep trays. For a smaller family or someone who isn't trying to feed the entire neighborhood, the size is actually quite right. However, we need to talk about the 2-burner situation. 2 burners on the gas side is, well, it's tight. If you're trying to do indirect cooking or create different heat zones, you're going to run out of real estate very quickly. The charcoal side is equally cozy. You can fit maybe 6 or 7 large burgers on there comfortably, but anything more and you're crowding the coals. It's great for a couple, but for a Saturday afternoon barbecue, you'll be cooking in shifts, and nobody wants to be the person eating 40 minutes after everyone else. The metal on this one is also on the thinner side. In my testing, I noticed the paint started to bubble and peel near the charcoal firebox after just 3 high-heat sessions. That's a major concern for rust long term. You have to keep this thing covered and seasoned like a cast-iron skillet, or it'll be a pile of orange flakes by next season. It's a bit high maintenance for a grill in this price bracket. 4. Char-Griller 50/50 Duo Gas and Charcoal Grill. The 50/50 Duo is like the big brother to the 2-burner model we just talked about. And man, those extra burners make a world of difference. You get 3 dedicated gas burners, which finally gives you enough room to actually manage your heat. I found myself using the gas side for quick weeknight chicken breasts and the charcoal side for those slow Sunday drumsticks. It feels much more substantial when you lift the lids. There's a weight to it that was missing from the previous 2. The total cooking area is around 1,260 square inches, which is plenty of space for a proper party. I really appreciated the porcelain-coated cast iron grates. They hold heat beautifully and give you those professional-looking sear marks that make everyone think you're a pitmaster. You know, the kind of marks that actually add flavor because of the caramelization. The electronic ignition on the gas side is snappy, and I didn't have any issues with click, click, nothing during my month of testing. It fired up every single time, even in a light drizzle. One of the best features of the 50/50 is the ability to add a side firebox. It doesn't come with one out of the box, but the offset capability is there if you want to turn it into a true Texas-style smoker later on. Even without it, the charcoal side has an adjustable fire grate, so you can move your coals closer to or further from the meat. This is huge. 3. Oklahoma Joe's Canyon Combo Dual Fuel. Okay, now we're talking about some serious iron. Oklahoma Joe's has a reputation for building things heavy, and the Canyon Combo is no exception. The first thing you notice when you put this together is the thickness of the steel. It's significantly beefier than the budget options. This thickness is everything when it comes to temperature stability. When I got this thing up to 250 degrees on the charcoal side, it stayed there. I wasn't constantly messing with the dampers to keep the needle from jumping around. That kind of consistency is what separates a grill from a smoker. The design is sleek and rugged, with those classic Oklahoma Joe's large wheels and the industrial look that just screams quality. You've got 3 burners on the gas side, providing 36,000 BTUs of power. It gets hot fast. I mean, I had this thing up to searing temp under 10 minutes. The charcoal side features a large, easy-to-access door for adding fuel mid-cook, which is a lifesaver when you're 4 hours into a pork shoulder and realize you're running low on coals. No more lifting the grates and moving the meat just to add a few lumps of oak. I also have to mention the airflow. The professional temperature gauges are actually accurate, which is a rarity in the world of retail grills. Usually those built-in thermometers are just for decoration, but these were within 5 degrees of my digital probe. The dampers are heavy-duty and move smoothly, allowing you to fine-tune the oxygen intake with precision. 2. Royal Gourmet ZH3005Y Dual Fuel Grill. Sometimes you find a product that just hits every note perfectly, and this is it. It's incredibly well designed, focusing on user experience and thermal efficiency. The first thing that struck me was the assembly process. It was actually logical. It took about half the time of the pit boss, and everything lined up perfectly. That's usually a great sign of the manufacturing standards behind the scenes. Performance-wise, it's a dream. The gas side features 3 stainless steel burners that produce a very even flame pattern. I didn't find any major cold spots, which is impressive for a combo unit. The charcoal side is where it really shines, though. The fire pan is height adjustable using a front-mounted handle, so you can control the heat intensity with a simple turn. Want to sear a steak? Crank it up. Want to slow roast some veggies? Lower it down. It's intuitive and works flawlessly every time. The build quality is very solid. It uses heavy-duty materials that feel like they can withstand the elements. The lids have double-wall construction in some areas, which helps significantly with heat retention. I noticed my gas usage was actually lower on this model because it didn't have to work as hard to maintain temperature. You know, that's money back in your pocket over the long run. The grates are porcelain enameled, making them nearly non-stick and very easy to brush clean after a greasy session of burgers. One feature I absolutely love is the slide-out ashtray. Sophia and William Charcoal and Propane Gas Grill and Smoker Combo. The Sophia and William combo is quite simply the best execution of this concept I have ever tested. Why? Because they didn't compromise on anything. Most combos feel like two separate grills welded together as an afterthought, but this feels like a singular engineered system. The steel is thick, the seals are tight, and the performance is unmatched. It's the only grill on this list that I would feel comfortable using for a 12-hour low and slow smoke without checking it every 20 minutes. The cooking surface is massive, but it's the quality of that surface that matters. The cast iron grates are incredibly heavy. They retain so much thermal mass that even when you throw a cold slab of meat on them, the temperature doesn't plummet. This leads to better searing and faster cooking times. The gas side features 3 high-performance burners that provide a beautifully blue, consistent flame. I was able to get the gas side up to 500 degrees in what felt like a heartbeat. It's a powerhouse. What really sets the Sophia and William apart is the air management. The charcoal side is designed with a precision that I usually only see in high-end offset smokers. The chimney is tall enough to create a natural draft, drawing smoke across the meat and out the top efficiently. This prevents that stale smoke flavor that can ruin a good piece of meat. I did a rack of baby back ribs on this, and the smoke ring was deep and vibrant. Outro. That's all for today, folks.